bring down. Oof. This doesn't look good. Well, we already know that the medic's in trouble because I have to discard all of my Colonial Marines. That's everything but one card. When I do play it, I can look at the top two cards of the barracks. One on top and one on the bottom. I'll put, you have your orders on top and the motion detector on the bottom. I have 2 recruit points. I'll purchase the quarantine procedure. And prepare to get really, really messed up. 3 strikes. A flesh wound. Splash damage. The next player also draws a strike. So that acid blood got me. Darn it. So that means our technician will have to draw a strike. Oh no! It's a massive blow. Oh. That is 5. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And that is it for the technician. Took an alien double mouth to the forehead. And that's it. Ouch. All their cards get removed from the game. Our technician is dead. And I still have one more strike. And it's a face hugger. I have to get rid of this before the end of my next turn. Or the end of the next turn, not my next turn, the next turn. Otherwise, I'm going to have a chest burster. That doesn't help at all. Yeah, let's see what we draw. If there's any way we're going to pull ourselves out of this alien onslaught that's, well, gonna make a go at a last stand here. We'll see what we can do. The scout goes, which is going to bring another alien into the combat zone. Did we draw anything that we can coordinate with over here? No, we did not. Three grunts and a specialist. Quarantine procedure, look at the top card. I will keep it, not killing it. And 2 more attack. I don't get to draw a card. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 attack. I'll definitely take out the twin mouth because it's a double strike. Get that thing out of there. But I only have 1 recruit point. That's not going to do me any good. And I have to take 3 strikes. And unless I am super lucky, I think we're going to lose our scout. Because I'm already at 3, 5, 8 wounds. Oh, double slash, draw another strike. I'm at 9. And a brutal puncher is going to put me at 12. And our scout has been also brutally murdered. Our medic is all by himself now, surrounded by xenomorphs. I was not able to get rid of the facehugger during the last turn, which means I will draw a chest burster. When you gain this, kill all facehuggers in front of you. While this is in your deck or discard pile, enemies won't strike you, and new facehuggers will jump onto the next player. When you draw this, you suffer extreme pain and die. Well, I'm not going to get struck by anything. So unless I go absolutely crazy here and somehow win the game before that gets shuffled back in and I draw it, this will be the last couple of rounds. So we have one specialist, and we got a lot of other cards to choose from. I'll play the quarantine procedure. Wait, do I have anything that draws a card? Yeah, I do. So I'll play the battlefield medicine to draw a card. Well, I got the last survivor of the Nostromo, and that's pretty apt considering I am the last survivor. That medic battlefield medicine will allow me to heal a strike. So I'll take this deep gash off of me. And then I will play quarantine procedure. Look at the card, I'll keep it. Play first aid, yes, because I already had a survival symbol. And that'll allow me to heal another strike. I've already played one card with the leadership symbol on it. So when I play captain of the ship, I'll get an additional attack for a total of 4. I get the additional that's available because of that. Last survivor card is worth 5 attack. Avoid all strikes I would draw, but I'm not going to draw any because of the chest burster. And repair the ship. When you draw a new hand at the end of your turn, if the power station's clear, I can draw an extra card. I don't want to draw an extra card and make this chest burster come up any quicker. I ended up with 3 recruit and a total of 2, 7, that's worth 4, 11, 12. 12 attack. Okay. 12 attack. I want to get rid of one of these. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I'll get rid of one of these for 7 and this one for 4 for 11. Upon its death, I can scan any room. We'll scan up here by the weapons locker. And it's a lance-tail Xenomorph. Strikes from enemies cannot be avoided when that thing is in the combat zone, but it's not there. I do have 3 recruit. And I'll get the expert navigator just for the fact that it does 2 damage. And it gives me another card and may stave off the chest burster killing me. Well, I'm not going to take any strikes because this says, well, this is in your deck or discard pile. Enemies won't strike you. Okay. Draw 6. Well, I did have at least 6. Got a grunt, specialist, sarge. Okay. All right, let's see what we got. Twin mouth Xenomorph. Well, I don't have to worry about strikes. So I'm not even going to worry about attacking these things down here. And I just thought of that. I should not have done that last round. I should have scanned. Darn it. Wasn't thinking, because I cannot get attacked. Alright, so I got a grunt and a specialist. A sarge. First aid. I can heal a wound. And I did have a card with the right symbol on it before that. Now I'm going to draw 3 cards. That's another specialist, another grunt. Did I have any with that symbol that I played? No. Darn it, I'm not going to get that extra attack. So I'm only going to get the 2. Jonesy lets me draw a card and heal a flesh wound. So let's see if we end the game with this one draw right here. Here we go. Nope. Game still goes. And I ended up with 1, 2, 3, 4 attack and 1, 2, 4, 6, 7 recruit. 4 attack. So I will reveal this for 2, and there it is, the perfect organism. Oh, it's in the right spot, but we have not found the airlock controls yet. The perfect organism can't be killed unless he's in the airlock, and the airlock controls are attached to that room. Ooh, he's in the right place, but I would have needed 10 to take him out. And I only had 4 total, so I can't scan another room for the controls. I did have 2, 4, 6, 7 recruit. I'll purchase It's a Damn Robot. I won't take any attacks. Discard everything and draw 6. And let's see if the game is over. It is not. It continues on. Are we going to have some kind of magical ending to the game where we pull out a win on the very last couple of cards? I don't think so. But we play, that's a specialist, all the way to the end. 2 grunts. Look at the top card of any player's deck. You may kill it or put it back. Well, well, well. I don't know if I'm allowed to do that with a chest burster. Let's find out. I will play it, look at it. Will I kill it or put it back? Whew. Man. That's the one I need to do as a damage. Alright, I'll put it back. Say repair the ship. That'll give me 2, 3, 4, 5 attack. And then this one will give me 6 attack. These both are going to do double strike, so I'll take the twin mouth. Oh no, wait a minute. What am I talking about? I don't need to worry about. So I have 6 attack. I'll scan this one. It's going to be our 3rd hazard. Leave the hazard card face up where it was revealed. It moves like an enemy. If it reaches the combat zone, discard it and each player draws 3 strikes. Ooh. Or I could pay 8 to disarm the self-destruct. Let me put that back where it was. And I'll spend 3 more. And it's the airlock controls. Objective 3. Reveal and attach to the airlock. When this room is clear, pay 3. Move an enemy to this room. So the airlock controls are in place. If I could just clear that spot out, move the perfect organism there, and do 10 damage to it, I would win the game by finishing my last objective. But this is looking pretty thin here, so the odds are that chest burster is going to come get me. Maybe I should have trashed that one and then went to the next one and trashed it if it was the chest burster, but the odds weren't too good. I have 1 recruit point. That's not going to do me any good. I'm not going to take any damage. No strikes are going to be levied against me. But there's only 4 cards left at the bottom. Odds are one of these are going to do us in. And there it is. And it was 3 down, so I would not have been able to get to it by using my quarantine procedures. When you draw this, you suffer extreme pain and die. That will do it for us. And that will kill our final player. Our medic has died. Our game has ended. We might have had a chance if we would have had one other character still alive. We found the airlock controls fairly early because there's still 5 cards in the hive deck, and we found the perfect organism a few cards before that, so we did okay as far as getting those cards out, but we weren't able to take care of all these creatures in the combat zone, and strike after strike after strike just did all of our characters in. And finally, in what is appropriate fashion, our final character was taken out by a face hugger, implanting an egg, and the chest burster killing our final survivor. Give a few final thoughts on the game. Starting with the rule book. Not the best rule book I've used. Could have really benefited from a designer, a graphic arts designer, somebody that was good at laying out rule books. For example, you start off, it gives you a little bit of a summary, how to win, but then it goes into your first game, use these cards. But this comes before it even tells you how to identify the different kinds of cards. That doesn't really come until later in the rule book. So it's kind of hard in the beginning unless you read through the whole rule book before you try to put together your first game. I had a hard time, but I don't know if I made a mistake when I opened up the box, because I just opened the cards up and started looking through them. And I didn't get to this section and look through the whole rule book. I was kind of looking at it like step by step, telling me what to do. So the rule book, although it has the information in here, some things are difficult to find, and it could benefit from a better layout. The components are okay. I would have liked a better quality card. The cards, while adequate, are not the strongest. They're pretty thin. They're not linen finish. You can see the glare pretty easy. So if your lighting is not ideal and your lights are coming from above, you're going to get a lot of glare on the cards. For a game like this, you're definitely going to want lighting from the sides. You're not going to want a light directly over the table, otherwise some of them may be hard to see across the table from other players or able to read them. I don't know how they're going to do with repeated use. You can see already I'm starting to get nicks along the edges of cards from just 4 or 5 playthroughs. And I'm not someone who sleeves cards. I like the feel of the card and not the sleeve, so maybe that's my problem. Maybe a game like this should be sleeved. The box that it comes in is massive, as you can see. And even once I put those cards in, I don't think it's going to fill up the entire side. You have this middle section for the mat that rolls up in there. And I imagine all this extra space is for future expansions. This is my first foray into the Legendary and the deck building games. So I'm not familiar with like the Marvel or DC or any of the other ones. Maybe they have a lot of expansions, and having this big box really benefits. That way you can put all your expansions in there. Again, that's not something that appeals to me, because I keep my expansion boxes and I keep my expansions in their box. That way, when I want to play one, I pull it out of the box, mix it in, play it, and then I take it apart when I'm done and put them back in their boxes. I like to keep them separate. Again, that's personal preference. So if you're somebody who wants to put all your expansions in one box, this box will definitely take care of that for you. Also, the mat. It's a nice rubber mat. Great color. The layout is nice. All your action is happening here, and your discards are off to the side. You got a handy turn order step through here. So you really don't need to open the rule book except in situations where something different comes up that you haven't seen before. Otherwise, you rarely have to refer to the rule book. Once you do a few playthroughs, you understand how the game operates. And finally, theme. Theme on this one is great. Whether it's the art and the layout of the mat, it looks great. The cards, while not the highest quality or the most sturdy cards, the art on them is spot on for the Alien franchise. As somebody that has grown up watching the earlier movies, I've seen all of the Alien movies, so this brings back a lot of nostalgia for me, and having a familiarity with all these characters and even the aliens themselves, the different types that you see in the movie. Tons and tons of theme. Works great. Of the 3 things, rulebook, components, and theme. Theme is top on this one. Great, great theme. Really done well. Really good art. Really, really enjoy it. There's a little bit of flavor text on a couple of the cards. Not much more. I'd like a little bit more flavor text on the cards. That would have been nice. But everything else, as far as theme goes, no problems there. So theme is great. Components, they're average, they're adequate, and the rulebook could use some improvement. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed the playthrough, even though I was not successful this time. It was a tough game, and is a tough game. I've only been able to win it one time on the alien scenario so far. I will do further playthroughs of this game, covering the Aliens, Alien 3, and Alien Resurrection scenarios. I'll be doing these playthroughs and posting them as exclusive content on my Patreon page. If you have not checked out my Patreon page, or you have and would now like to become a patron, please click on the link that just appeared. Also remember, you can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and you can check out my profile on BoardGameGeek. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you in my next video.